Hey everyone, back with another one. So, got a little bit of a fun one for you today. Kind of even pan a little bit so you see a few things. This is going to go back. This is a place I wanted to take you guys for a little bit when I decided to do a vlog series. And this is a special place, and I think you'll get the idea. Now, it's still springtime, so there's a lot of things that aren't really grown up yet. But as we walk around and show you a lot of spots that I like to hang out in and do whatever as I feel like doing at the time, but you're going to see there's going to be a lot of stuff that's missing, and then hopefully in a few months I'll come back again and do another one and hit the exact same spots again, and you guys can see the difference between when it is nice and flush and green to where it is now, where everything's starting to grow up. So hopefully you guys will enjoy this one, so take a look. So, yeah, this park has been pretty special for me because if you actually go back into my YouTube channel and you look at some of the one playlist called Informative, this was a place that I shot all those videos at because it's a lot more intimate. It's not as busy. Yes, you do still have occasional visitors just like me hanging out and stuff and checking out these locations and things, and there's a lot of cool nooks and crannies, and there's some trails. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to be able to get to them all. I just noticed as I was getting into where some of the trails split off into the woods and swamp area, they seem to be closed off, and that may be because maybe they're still flooded, maybe there's some damage to the trails, so it's not safe. So I'm gonna see if there's another way to get around to some of it, and if I can't, obviously we'll just make the best out of it, but that's what I'm used to. But yeah, this is definitely a really cool place, and like you saw in the title, this is WW Night, and it's a really cool place. Like I said, it's not highly there's not a lot of traffic to it, but you can hear, obviously, there is a main road that's actually right over there where my thumb is. You can see the cars. Right now, you can see the cars. Normally, you can only hear them. But yeah, no, this is a really cool place. And like I said, because it's a little bit more quiet, there's a lot more neat places, especially out in the woods, which I can't get to. At least I don't think I can get to some of it. But I'm going to try to see what else, how much further I can go, and then we'll go, we'll see. We'll see. But I'll roll with it as best I can. But yeah, no, this is a really cool place to hang out, and sometimes it's kind of fun to find these small parks, regardless of size, but to be able to find little places that you can kind of, jump off the trail or something, or go hide out in like a little house, because if I pan around, I'm real close to one of these here, so you can see. So you can actually jump in here, get out of the shade, get out of the elements if you need to. But everything behind me, you see there's these really cool ponds, and you're going to see more of that as I walk around further. But really do love this place because it is fun, and it's a nice place to get away, and it's not that far from home. It actually takes more time getting through traffic lights and stoplights to get here than it really truly is, but that's okay. Like I said, you always got to make the best out of every situation, and now the weather's great, and hopefully these trails will start opening up, and maybe if there is damage, they'll get them repaired soon, so that way we can all enjoy it. But yeah, let me take you around a little bit further and show you some other spots and kind of give you some other insights on why I've been here so many times in the past, and why I'm hoping to come back even more. So stay tuned for something else. Well, yeah, the both sides into the woods and swamp are closed. But the little sign that's right over there saying it's been closed since December because they are renovating it. So it means a lot of the boardwalk that goes through a lot of the swampy areas are probably getting redone because some of them are falling apart. But there really is some neat little splits, and sometimes they go around trees and things like that with the boardwalk. So hopefully it'll look really sweet. They're saying it's through the springtime. So hopefully in another month or two, they'll be back out and ready to go by hopefully June maybe. So that'll be good. So yeah, when I get back here, when everything gets a little bit more grown up, that'll be awesome. But that's okay. There's still a few more things to show you because I wanted to get back to those ponds a little bit. So let me get back up the trail and show you some of that. All right. Well, I got out of that little part there, which is directly behind me, and I'm walking towards the ponds, and eventually I will pan and or switch the camera around depending on what seems better. But I did want to just kind of take you along and show you these cool ponds. What's neat is this boardwalk is right up against the swamp pond water, and it's really cool because you can actually, get super close to it. It even goes out a little bit over it, which you're going to see here in just a second, but I'm getting close to it. But I just thought you would like to see this, and because it is fun. And these are one of the things that's neat is because, part of the reason why I want to do this video too is, and why this place is special to me is just for that you can literally be out in nature. You can get amongst a lot of the elements. I mean, obviously we're not going to be touching fire and things, but as far as water, earth, air, it's all right here. And so what I'll do is I'll do a quick pan around so you can see that. And there's the boardwalk as I walk around. But that's what's really cool. And you'll see everything down in there, lily pads and everything will be going up. So you're going to see, fish, you're going to see frogs and all that fun stuff. So you really get close to nature and things. It's really, really cool, especially once this is all starting to bloom and things. But even right now, as everything is just beginning to sprout and things, you've seen some of that already, or you're about to see some more of it. Yeah, I mean, this is really, really cool and really special to walk down. So, and like I said, I've only seen a few people and things, and there's some people walking around. I just passed a few moments ago, but again, you can see how sometimes you could just have this place to yourself almost. And once in a while, if you're coming out to a park like this or something that's close to you, find one of the benches. There's benches everywhere, and so you can just spend that time sitting there, taking deep breaths, letting out any type of negative energy you might be holding on to, because you really don't want that. And these places are built for that. I shouldn't say built for it, but they're places that you can get away, because like if you don't have that kind of background or scenery in your yard, and like I said, I've told you guys on a lot of my live shows, it's important to get outside, even if you just open up a window and stick your head out and smell that fresh air, because you need that. Our bodies need that. And so when you have a chance, hopefully your health is willing and you're able to do this, even if you can just get here and pull into the parking lot and open up the windows, just let the air flow through. That does amazing wonders for you. And if you're good enough to where you can get out here and walk some of this, it's not like it's a foot race. In fact, you shouldn't be walking quickly through these places, because there's no reason for that. You should be taking your time. You should be slowing down. And you can see I'm strolling right now. This is nowhere near my normal walk. But this is a good pace. I can see enough and just enjoy myself. And I am. And even with me making this video, I still get to have a lot of fun doing it. And so, all right, now I'm going to cut it. I'm going to show you another pond that's all connected here. So stand by. Well, I wasn't able to get to the other pond. There was a family with a picnic right there, and I didn't really want to be walking by, holding a camera out and talking in front of them in the sense that they probably think it'd be weird and creepy, because how many times do you see vloggers just walking around the streets? People taking photos and things is one thing, but, running down and holding a camera out in front of them and talking and walking, you know, is probably a little strange because it's just not that normal. But you know, not that I wouldn't do it, it's just that, you know, they were having a peaceful time. It looked like they were having a picnic. And so yeah, sorry, I just had a robin that I don't know if I'm gonna be able, there's a robin back there hanging out. So here I am blabbing and stuff like that. But yeah, so I wasn't gonna get to it. The only thing different about that pond is, I mean, they're all connected. That one just has a gravel trail, much like what you see me on right now. It just runs right along inside of it. But now I'm across the way from it, so I'm basically looking at, I'm actually pointing at it right now. So on the other side of the phone is where the pond is, but it's actually, you're not even gonna be able to see it because it's tall grass and stuff that's there, but we got some good lighting. Look at that. But yeah, no, you know, like I said, it is such a pleasure to find these places and to get out here, you know. And I don't do it as much. A lot of times I just have time to get outside at my own property, my own house, and you've seen a lot of the photos, so you know I'm outside doing that. And so yeah, it's always a thrill to get a chance to get out there and to stretch your legs and just be there. And I got nobody with me, so it really makes things a lot easier to be out here and be by myself and just, you know, get rid of all the things that are on my mind that shouldn't be there. And like I said earlier, you know, get the negative things out. And so this is the best part about it. So I'm just letting it all go and having a good old time. And yeah, so if you've got places like this, you need to find them so that way you can get out there and release anything that doesn't belong to you and just keep going on with your life. So all right, so I barely cut the camera off and I took maybe about 10-15 more steps, and look what I found as I was walking casually. You can actually see a little chipmunk right there on the end of that log. And see, these are the reasons why you don't want to walk really fast through the woods. And see, I was walking very casual and slow enough that here he was. He popped up and he's actually hanging out. He's not afraid. I'm giving him good energy so that way he's got no reason to run and scared, which is why he's hanging out. I'm not making any sudden moves, but that's kind of normal for any of us to know. But how cool is that? And it's so neat to be able to do that. If you slow down with nature, it is amazing how much nature will come alive in front of your very eyes. And a lot of times people would miss this. You know, I saw that frog earlier in the water, or you know, in the mossy, you know, sea, you know, algae area and of that part of the pond, and nobody probably saw him except for me. So that's why I took a bunch of photos and a little bit of video of him. But yeah, here's a cool little chipmunk. I love it. Well, that is gonna wrap it up for me for this video. So I hope you enjoyed me taking around the WW Night Reserve. Again, I can't say I can't say any more nice things about it. Obviously, you know, like I said earlier, you know, it's not full grown yet, and obviously you see a lot of dead grass, you know, branches, twig. I mean, it's still pretty barren. But you know, with it only being April, I mean, things are on the way. You could see that there were some things that were coming to life. So I mean, that's a good thing. But that's all right. You know, like I said, nature doesn't quit. It is always around, and it's back on the way. You know, spring is definitely here. I shouldn't have worn my hoodie because you see I've already taken it off, so I'm already trying to cool off, drinking some water, rehydrate after this walk. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully you get to see a little bit. And again, I think it'll be fun to have a follow-up show here, and that way you'll get a chance to really see what this place looks like when it is full bloom, because like a lot of the fields and stuff, when, you know, you saw a lot of tall dead grass, but imagine when it's alive. I mean, it's really something to see, and it's thick too. So and plus, you know, hopefully the trails throughout the woods and swamp area, you know, will be ready to go by then. So yeah, so I'll keep an eye on it. I'll keep checking the website, because I'm sure they got it posted there when it'll be back open again, because like I really wanted to show you a couple of cool spots, you know, because a lot of it's a boardwalk, and what's really neat is some of them jut out to where you just kind of stand there and you're just kind of surrounded, you know, in your little spot. So it's kind of neat to be out there, and it gets pretty quiet. You know, the traffic isn't as bad in there, because once the foliage and everything comes in, it kind of blocks a little bit of the traffic noise, but that's all right, you know. But yeah, definitely a cool place, and I hope that in wherever you live, that you have places that you can get to, you know, whether they're the big ones. I mean, there's a few big parks that I want to take you to, because there's some stories there that I think are going to be fun to share, especially in the actual location. So yeah, there's some other ones I want to do later on. You know, right now, the one park that I really want to take you to, unfortunately, it is going to be a little overrun with fishermen. The walleye run's happening, and so it's just going to be up and down the river is going to be loaded with fishermen and stuff. So it's just going to be chaos everywhere. So I'm going to wait until that is all done before I get out there. Plus, it'll probably look better once it's a little bit more green out. But especially with the water. I mean, the water's muddy enough, so it'll be interesting to see it, at least with some foliage. It'll kind of even it out, you know what I mean? But so anyway, so again, I hope you enjoyed this one. Again, just, you know, find those places, get out there, you know, spend a little bit of time and really, you know, let go of things, because again, it's well worth it, and it's good for you. It's good for your soul, good for your heart, to get out to these places, because I know sometimes we don't always have, you know, people we can get to that can help us right away and things, but nature is always there for you, and you just have to open your heart, and then you can let everything that's bothering you go, and you can actually have a few minutes to where you will feel at peace. If you truly let go and open your heart to nature, it is such a beautiful thing, and I really hope that you guys can make that effort this year and really do it. Really make that effort and get out to one of these parks, anywhere, wherever you may be, you know, and enjoy it. So yeah. Yeah, so thank you so much. I hope you guys will check out my stuff, and if you need any other information, you know, go to my Facebook page, Adam the Black Spot Medium. I'm still doing lives on Saturdays. I'm back at it again, so 9:30 Eastern Standard Time, but you can either go here on the YouTube channel, or you can go to Adam the Black Spot Media page on Facebook. So hopefully you can like those and help me out and keep those algorithms running, so that way I can see that you guys are checking things out. Helps me keep pushing harder to make more content for you all. So yeah, again, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, we'll see you next time on the next one. So as I always like to say, all my love, light, and peace to each and every single one of you.